Let's go back to the audience for the next question. Your name, please, and your question for Governor Romney.
Brian Tapman. Governor, I'm a Ron Paul supporter, and there are a whole lot of us out here this time in the political process. If you win the nomination, there's no guarantee that you'll have our support in November, but you are going to need it in order to defeat Barack Obama. After Romney Care and your support of the TARP bailouts, we have questions about your free market principles. How do you plan on getting us on board with you and convincing us that you and Obama aren't just different sides of the same coin?
Well, President Obama represents a very different direction for America. I hope you understand that he and I would take America very different places. My view is that we have to have the strongest military in the world to protect us from the threats around the world. His view is that we should continue to cut the military. He's going to cut the spending by about $1 trillion, and that would make America a far weaker nation militarily. He also has a view that we should continue to spend massively more than we take in. And like Ron Paul, and I think every Republican who's running in this race, I want to cut federal spending, I want to cap federal spending, and I want to balance the budget. So where we head is very different. And finally, let me just note that I've spent my life in the private sector, 25 years in the business world. I understand how the economy works. I understand how jobs come and they go. And like Ron Paul, I will do our very best to keep our economy thriving and growing, not by having the government lead and having the government guide this economy, but instead by having free people and their dreams making America what has always been the hope of the earth. Thank you.
Let's go out to Brian Tapman. You had a question earlier. I want to ask you, tell me your reaction to the answer that you got, and are you closer to a decision?
Well, I think that he kind of skipped away from the question. He started talking about military spending. And
your question, by the way, was to Governor Romney.
Yes. And, well, yeah, everybody agrees that we should have the strongest military in the world. I mean, that was kind of not the gist of my question. I really wanted him to basically convince me that he's not a Keynesian, and then a choice between him and Obama in November wouldn't be economically inconsequential. And, you know, with this growing libertarian wing of the Republican Party, I mean, he may even have to pick a Rand Paul as a running mate to get someone like me on board.
But now you indicated that you are, in fact, a Ron Paul supporter, yes. So not completely undecided when you came.
Well,
are you less decided or more undecided?
No, I'm more for Ron Paul.
Okay.
You know, after this, even though he's not even here, it's just everything that he says I've agreed with.
All right. Well, we appreciate it very much.